Hey guys, Sri Lanka and Sammi. Retire in Southeast Asia with Sammi. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this beautiful day in Sri Lanka. Today we're going to talk about part 3 in my Welcome to My New Channel series on what are the next steps? What is the final steps to get to full retirement? What does full retirement look like to me? What does it look like to you? Join me and we're going to talk about this. What do the next 3 to 5 years look like to me? And is it something that you agree with? We'll talk about that right after this. Hey guys, Sri Lanka and Sammi here. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you're seeing, please think about subscribing and liking. Also, to help the channel get out in front of other people just like you, if you could comment, that will help the algorithm get it out there. And hit that bell icon so that you know when the next video is dropping. I truly appreciate that. If you want to sponsor me, scan the QR code right here or click the link down below, buy me a coconut. Or if you are interested in life coaching, I offer that right here. Scan this QR code or click the link down below. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Retire in Southeast Asia. We'll see you all on the other side. Hey guys, welcome to the new channel. Today, I'm in casual, no branded logo, no microphone because for some strange reason the microphone died on me. I guess I have to recharge it. I've been doing so many vlogs and so many videos. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. I'm a Canadian, Sri Lankan citizen, semi-retired in beautiful Southeast Asia, Sri Lanka. And this is my hometown, doing a walkabout. And my channel is going to be talking about the mistakes I made in my life. I'm 56 years old. I'm single. I'm divorced. No kids. No debt. On the path to financial freedom and retirement in the next 3 years. 3 years and 4 months. I will be 60 years old. And that's when my pension kicks in. So that plus my investments, which are doing incredible here in Sri Lanka. My gosh, the stock market, I'm up 76%. Gold is down a little bit today, but overall it's up. My term deposits are doing well too. I work in Sri Lanka. I work in Korea. I lived in South Korea for 18 years. And I work online, so I make huge money in South Korea and I import it into Sri Lanka. My budget here is zero, basically. I mean, I pay mom for my food, my electricity, and housing expenses. And then I have my food and entertainment budget, which is very low. My cost of living is practically nothing. So what does full retirement look like? What does it look like to me and does it compare to you? Comment below. Let me know what you think full retirement looks like. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think? What can we talk about? I want to start a forum. I want to start a community. Please, very important that you guys subscribe, but subscribe the right way. And here's how you do it. I dropped my logo a little while ago and I just walked back and I found it. So subscribe and join the channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can buy some merchandise. I have Sri Lankan Sammi merchandise. Click the link down below. You can buy me a coconut, or you can even purchase a life coaching audit by me. If you like what I'm doing and like what you hear, you can check out my other channel, Sri Lankan Sammi, which got a lot of information that can help you. But if you want one-on-one, hit me up and we'll definitely be able to set something up. So I want subscribers who are interested in my topics, in my videos, in my vlogs, because the reason I started the new channel is because I screwed up with the old one. The subscribers don't match the demographic or the content, so the algorithm really screws me over. So even though I had 7,000 subscribers, I only really had 1,000 people watching my vlogs. and the rest were not. So the algorithm never put it in front of the right people because I've pivoted 3 times. But now I'm going to focus on one thing and one thing only: how to live happy, how to retire, and what mistakes to avoid based on my personal experience of living in Southeast Asia for the last 18 years and focused on retirement in the last 3. It's hot. Whew. But got to get that vitamin D. Yeah, so just a little, watch the previous videos. Tells you where I came from, how I got to South Korea, and why I came here. So I'm a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen. I have dual citizenship. My parents live here, my senior parents. And I came for financial reasons and family reasons to, take care of my senior parents. They're in their 80s. But now that they're taken care of, I got to start focusing on my future. And in the last 3 years, I've been working actively to get to retirement, full retirement. I'm semi-retired now, but full retirement. I could quit and just sleep the rest of my life here in Sri Lanka and never have to worry, but I won't be happy. I'll be most happy when I'm traveling. Love to travel. I love to fly around Southeast Asia to different beach towns where I can meet up with my friends from Korea. In 49 days, I'm flying to Cebu for 6 months. And in that time, my best friend, Lady Sarah, is coming to meet me. She might come at least 2 times during that time and to hang out and vacation with me. Now, I'm going to be working. I got me a condo with a great internet connection. I'm taking my laptop and a couple of my monitors and my setup. I've done it before. I've done it many times. But why am I doing that? Well, part of the focus on the future is, what does retirement look like to me? And this is what it looks like to me. To me, retirement looks like financial freedom, which is, I'm pretty sure, common for everybody. But what does that mean? Well, it means financial freedom to do what you want. It doesn't mean to be a multimillionaire and go blow your money away, but it means to be able to live comfortably. What does that mean to you? Everybody always asks me, what is your budget? What is your budget? My budget is different from yours. I only eat fruits and vegetables for breakfast, fruits for breakfast, and lunch is a tiny bit of food, and I fast in the evenings. I don't eat. I cheat on weekends and have like chicken or pizza or something, or hamburgers or something. But predominantly, I don't eat a lot of food for health reasons. Medical, I don't need medical. I'm healthy because I don't drink alcohol. Again, my costs are low. I don't party like I used to. I used to party a huge amount. Don't party anymore. My only expense is I like living in nice places. I need a lot of room. I'm not going to sit in a studio apartment. No, I need a 1-bedroom. I need comfort, because when I invite people over, friends, for lunches or dinners or whatever, I have to have that space. I have to have a swimming pool and I have to be near the ocean. I don't have to be beachfront. Can't do hotels, but there is that expense. And that is my biggest expense. Next expense is, I'm renting a scooter or a motorcycle. And then there's health insurance. And then there's internet, VPN, eSIM. All of those costs you got to figure out. Now, people always say, where am I going to retire? If I want to retire, which is what we're focusing on this channel, I don't want to really focus on people who are looking to retire in their homeland. Although, if you want to chat with me about that, let's chat right here. Comment. What do you think? Why should you live in your homeland? And I'm talking to people in North America, Europe, Australia, Western countries. Why should you live there and not move to a country that has a lower cost of living with relatively the same lifestyle. So he had to cut across because there's huge potholes here. Live in the countryside, so they don't fix the roads a lot here. Why shouldn't you retire to a developing country if you can sacrifice a couple of things from your regular life? And that's a question that I want to put to you guys. So for people who are interested in Southeast Asia, this is what I'm talking about. You can't create a budget. You can't say, oh, this is how much it's going to cost. This is what I'm going to do. You have to come and live. You can't come on vacation because you don't know what your costs are compared to when you live here. Like, for example, on vacation, you don't go to the dentist. On vacation, you don't have to go buy a little piece for the fridge that was broken. On vacation, you don't need to go to the doctor. Okay? When you're on vacation, everything is included. So that's why I'm taking these long holidays, 3 months, 6 months, to figure out where it is I want to live. That's what you have to do. Okay? You have to figure out what is it going to cost you. And while I'm there, I'm going to be exploring long-term rentals. Right now, I got a short-term rental. I got a great deal on it, but I'm probably paying about 50% too much. Where I'm paying like about 500 USD a month, I could have gotten it for probably 300 or 400. But it does include electricity, internet, cleaning, all of that stuff. And it's got a pool and it's a 2-bedroom. Can't complain. In a condo, secure condo. The other thing that we're going to talk about, and I think I'm going to run out of battery power. This thing has only got 30 minutes of battery, and I've already used it up a lot. So if I cut off, we'll pick it up in a moment. Okay, guys? So the second thing is stress. How do you get rid of stress, and what is stress? Well, stress is... I have no idea why this burnt out car is here, but it's been cleaned up and put here. I think they're going to do some like repair work to it or rebuilding because it's been there for a while. Anyway, it didn't burn there. They brought it and left it there. Anyway, stress is family stress, relationship stress. I'm single, not married. I'm divorced. I divorced back in Canada. I have no kids. I don't plan on having kids. It's just too expensive, too much stress. People always say, oh, well, kids are a joy. Absolutely. But they're not 100% a joy. There is stress. I have no stress because I have nothing. Yes, I'm lonely, but I'm 100% happy. So I don't have that problem. And people say, well, you know, I don't regret it. Of course you don't, because you sacrificed, because you had to. If you didn't sacrifice, you'd go to jail because it's criminal to not take care of your kids, right? Not take care of your wife. There's penalties if you don't do that. I don't have to stress about that because I don't have any bills. I don't have any obligations. I don't have any debt. That's why people are so stressed about their jobs, because they have debt. Get rid of that debt. And if you have obligations with family, manage those obligations early on. Yeah, I am going to run out of battery power. So I'm going to pick this up in a minute when I get the new battery. And the final thing is health. Hey, I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Let's talk about life after 50. Real talk, no BS. How I went from Canada via South Korea to now chasing my forever home in Southeast Asia. Join me for this next chapter. So we're back. Quick recharge. We're talking about stress, talking about health, talking about finance. What does full retirement look like? Well, full retirement is based upon your ability to accomplish your goals. So you got to set those goals. You got to set the target and then work backwards from that. So we talked about finance. We talked about stress, and stress includes family, finance, and relationships. So all of those cause stress. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is health. All of these are interconnected. They're really important. Your health causes stress. Your stress adds to your happiness and joy. So if you don't have good health, you don't have good stress, you get bad stress, and then that causes health problems more, and then that causes you to not be happy. And then you got to spend more, which causes more stress. So it's a evil circle. Now, taking care of your health is important. How do you do that? Well, I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm telling you here what to sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice your comfort level. And you gotta figure out what it is that you're willing to give up so that you can be happy. So eating comfort food, junk food, snacks and stuff like that, in the first little while, you're gonna be like, oh, I miss this stuff so much. I want a pizza, I want chips, I want cookies, I want cake. But if you give it up, and after 3 weeks, you won't miss it. I don't eat sugar. I don't miss it. I have cravings once in a while. But if you fast and you reduce your caloric intake, especially when you get older, you don't need 2,000 calories a day. You need 500. Or I don't know. Like, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying it is an absolute fact that as we age, we don't need as many calories. So the calories we do need to be healthy calories. And when we start to snack, those go straight to the belly, to the neck. Okay? They're unhealthy. I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm telling you here what you need to sacrifice to be able to enjoy your life. We work so hard. We sacrifice so much. We make so many other people rich. It's our turn, people. It's our turn. I get so, angry. Oh, that car is gone. Oh, no, there it is. It's still there. I thought it was over here. It's still there. Yeah, I think they're doing some repair work to it. Maybe scavenging it for parts or something like that. I don't know, but that car there. Anyway, I have this strong desire to never make anyone else rich. That I'm getting paid. I'm getting my dues. I'm not going to sell myself short. I'm going to talk about that more later on, about how to work smarter, not harder, to hit that financial goal. But the final thing is health. You need to practice good health now in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, so that when you're 70 or 80, your knees aren't giving out. Your joints aren't giving out. Your heart, your kidneys, your liver. You got to take care of those today. So what do? Well, I fast. I don't consume sugar, a little bit. I don't eat processed foods. I don't consume alcohol. I've never smoked. I exercise, not as much as I should, but I exercise. I get out in the sun. I have a low salt diet, and my caloric intake is around 500 calories a day. So I will eat fruit, fresh tropical fruit, not apples, pears, pineapple, mango, papaya, tropical fruits, what nature intended humans to eat. Apples are okay, oranges are okay, pears are okay, but those are northern fruits. I eat tropical fruits. I don't know why they might be better, but I have this crazy idea that they're better. What do you guys think? Again, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just telling you, I feel better when I eat mango, papaya. It's got a lot of fiber. I'll tell you that. The one thing that helps at the end of the day is that fiber. Wow, that fiber is really good. Big tractor coming by here. That's one of the things about living in the countryside. Oh, the sun is just so beautiful today. I'm so thank you for joining me on this walkabout today. It's so beautiful. So for lunch, I usually I eat around 10 o'clock in the morning, local time, and I have a coffee. I have lots of coffee, but I drink 3 liters of water a day. So having 3-4 cups of coffee is fine. Black coffee with a little bit of sugar. I have a beautiful espresso machine. I'm going to show you guys that next week too, my obsession with coffee. And then for lunch, I will have a tiny little bit of rice, like 2 tablespoons of rice, load on the curry vegetables and load on a tiny bit of protein, more vegetables, like the potato, the beans, the carrots, the beets, the star fruit, or whatever kind of Sri Lankan vegetables they cut up and make here. We have a cook. I'm going to get into the people who work for us as well. You guys are going to see videos about that. So, and then I don't eat dinner. I drink tons of water. So I'll eat for about 4 or 5 hours between 10 and 2, 10 and 3, and then I won't eat again. Now, weekends, I will order a pizza. And then again, my stomach is so small that I only eat like 2 slices. That's it. Pizza, hamburger, chicken, fried chicken. Maybe once a month, we'll go out to a nice restaurant, have a steak or sushi or some kind of nice meal. Pasta. Well, when mom makes her pasta, oh, so good. I gorge myself on that. Or when mom makes her pork ribs. Now, we have a cook that comes in and cooks, but mom cooks on occasion. She'll get some pork, and because she wants to make pork ribs, and she'll cook that up. And her pork ribs are just spectacular. So good. The sauce. It's a sauce. I'm going to do videos about Sri Lankan food too, cooking Sri Lankan food. You guys will see that because it's just so delicious. So delicious. My favorite thing is roti and pol sambal, which is spicy shredded coconut with any kind of chicken curry or beef curry. Chicken predominantly, because I'm not too keen on fish. I love chicken curry. So slow cooked chicken curry with long beans or potatoes. Those are my favorite. If I have some of that, I am the happiest camper ever. So again, let's wrap this up today and say, what is the most important things about final full retirement? Is to set a goal for your finances. Work backwards from what you spend every month. I have an Excel spreadsheet. I know exactly how much I spend every month, every year. And I divide that out. So I have this number. Let's say it's $1,000. That's not what it is, but let's say it's $1,000. So I know what my pension is going to be. I have an estimate as to what my investments will be in 3 years. I have an estimate as to what my investments will pay out on a yearly basis, because I'm going to liquidate everything, put it into term deposits, and those term deposits will pay me once a year. I'll take those yearly payments and put those into term deposits, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, so that I'm still making like a couple of bucks. And live off once a month as a salary, right? My pension will come in, my term deposits will come in, and hopefully my YouTube will come in. If I can get this monetized and then sponsored, the brand sponsoring is where I want to go. You know, VPN, eSIM, AI tools. I use AI tools like you wouldn't believe. Instead of Google, I use AI. I use ChatGPT. And let me tell you, that thing has given me information that I could never get on Google. Right? You just have to fine tune it. Right? I use a VPN when I need to, I don't use a lot of streaming services, but when I'm traveling, I need to connect to the local bank so I can do my banking. So it doesn't flag it as an error. And also, if I'm in a public Wi-Fi, I want it to be secure. So when I'm using the Wi-Fi at my condo, which is private, I still use a VPN because you don't know who's been snooping around in that box. It's not your box, it's somebody else's. eSIM, you got to have an eSIM. Either a travel eSIM if you're short-term, or a local SIM if you're staying long-term like I am. So I'm getting an eSIM, a travel eSIM, before I land, so that when I get there, I have internet, I have connection, so I can contact my driver and everyone I need to, my landlord and stuff like that, before I get off the plane. And I'm just using it for a week until I get the local service. But you still need one. And you need health insurance. So I'm getting health insurance. I'm on the flight path from the airport. That airplane is going to Singapore or Australia. As soon as they come up, they make the left turn and they do the U-turn, right? They go out over the ocean. They're going west, but now they have to turn around and go east. So they fly right over my house. One time I asked the captain while we were boarding, I said, who makes the decision to make that left-hand turn? At what point? He says, well, we have a flight path we have to follow. I said, is there any chance that you could go out another 1 minute and then make your left turn? He says, why, are you in the flight path? I said, yes. And he laughed. He says, the Singapore flight, right? I go, yeah. And we were laughing about it. It was really funny. It was unique. He said the 12:30 a.m. Singapore flight, right? I'm like, yep. He knew exactly which one. It's hilarious. So I think I've answered all of the questions, right? So I want you to comment, and I thank you so much. Love it. People always ask, what is this? Well, if you look at it and you shape it, it's the shape of a heart. Like that. Oh, I did it outside. I did it behind the camera. But if you look at that, that's the shape of the heart. If you trace the outside, it's the shape of a heart. It's a Korean thing. So the future, what I'm planning on doing, and I want you guys to comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing, or if you have any questions. I am gonna sacrifice for the next couple of years to ensure I have a nice little nest egg. I'm gonna earn money in South Korea and invest it in Sri Lanka, where I spend nothing. I'm gonna travel still, because you have to reward yourself. I have it tattooed right there. Learn to live life. Don't let life live you. And what that means is, don't make a bucket list and then wait to do it. Do it now. Don't let life live you. Don't let your commitments control your life. Because in the end, we only have, if we're lucky, we only have 75 years, right? I hope and pray I live to 90, which is what my family history is. My father's 88, his birthday's next month. Mom is in her 80s, her family lives to be over 100. So I've got good genetics. Her previous generation, so her grandparent, her parents' generation, all lived to be close to 100 years old, all of them. Her aunts and uncles, all in their hundreds. Just like late 90s. Her eldest sister is 91, 92. Another tractor. That's the other thing. Sri Lankans are so friendly and so happy. We're going to get into, I'm going to do a series of videos next week about retiring in different countries and the pros and cons that I have seen in different countries. Now, there's something in that bush. It is a cat or it is a squirrel. Oh, it's a bird. It's awesome. Yeah, the wildlife here is amazing. Wildlife is here. The strangest wildlife, and I'm going to do another video of that too, is the monitor lizards that we have around here. That huge guys. The wildlife, and peacocks. We have peacocks as well. So guys, this is the format of my channel. I'm going to do walk and talks. I'm going to do I'm not doing any come to this restaurant, come to this hotel. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do rentals. Look at this rental, because budgets are different for every person. I'm going to focus on what I have done, what I am doing, and try to start a conversation with you about what we should be doing. Am I doing it right? What do you think? What have you done, or what do you think I should do? I want to learn, and I hope you can learn from me as well. So to wrap it up, I am focused on traveling to places to figure out, can I live there? How much does it really cost, right? I'm going to sample each one of these places to make sure that the information that I've gotten from YouTube and ChatGPT and Google and stuff like that is accurate. And then, do I really like living there? I stayed in Subic Bay 2 years ago for 6 months. Hated it. Beautiful place, beautiful, somewhat okay people, but the crowd, the foreigners there, not my cup of tea. And we'll talk about that. So finding the place where I want to retire is where we're going to wrap this up. I'm focused now on finding that one place in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, that I can create a home base. But I'm not going to do long-term retirement. Not initially. Maybe in about 20 years, yes. But right now, no, I want to travel around. So 6 months in Cebu, 6 months in, 3 months in Vietnam, 2 months in Cambodia, 3 months in Thailand, in different places, each time a different place, so I can start to experience what it's like to live long-term, and can I enjoy myself there? And what is the cost? That's the most important thing. We're going to continue this on in the next videos, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and watch a commercial. Not monetized yet, but support the channel if you really like what I'm doing. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, retire in Southeast Asia with Sammi. Learn to live life. Don't let life live you. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who have not met yet. We'll see you all on the other side.